David is preparing for prison. Oh shit. After all this shit, now he's finally he's finally getting the prison time. Let's see what happens.
So here we have an update on the David situation, as according to Donna's Live News and other news outlets, they say David transferred his Texas homes to his mom's name on the same day that Celeste Rivas was identified, and I believe this was found out by in public records. And typically, I've heard of certain people doing this in efforts to not lose their assets when being sued or divorced. They'll typically transfer their assets to their mother's names. You know, it's a pretty simple strategy as to not lose everything attached to your personal identity. Some people will actually transfer their assets to an LLC plus S Corp to have that technically under a business that can't be sued for personal liabilities, but that's...
I'm not gonna lie, I'm keeping this in the notes. If you're not taking notes right here, take notes now. So whenever that one shawty you run into in the future, she try to take everything you got, hey, you better pull one of these numbers. I ain't playing.
Some other game that I don't want to spit in this video, but the next best course of action is to, you know, transfer it to your mom's name, assuming you can trust your mother. You know, we all know that most of our moms love us, but there are some moms out there that you simply cannot trust. Shout out to our moms though, we love you. However, as according to TMZ, they say David is making some real estate moves as cops investigate the death of a 14-year-old Celeste Rivas, whose decomposing corpse was found in his Tesla. After that though, he transferred 2 of his Texas homes to his mother, and I believe he is from Texas, but after he blew up, he moved to LA. You know, the California dream that most aspiring artists have. They say though, according to new legal documents obtained by TMZ, the singer transferred the deeds to 2 Houston area residencies he owns under a trust to his mother. And by the way, here in this footage, as you can see from TMZ, you can see that cops were actually pulling up to his mom's and father's place of residence in Texas because somebody swatted their house. Listen, I do not, again, support the extremism in certain cases like this. Swatting, threatening people, trying to kill them, like it's just too far for me. Even if you don't like them or you believe that they're a danger to society, swatting their family members or friends who are associated with them but did not do the crime is crazy. It really is.
It sends like a ping to that's how they know the address.
And this address came up to this number?
Plus a...
Hell no. If I'm the parents, yeah, that son's getting his ass whooped. He's getting beat just like he was 7, 8 years old. He's getting beat with the twin belts. He's getting the 16 trigrams, 256 belts. Like, we just straight up ass whooping today. Cause nigga, what? You gave me a house and I got swatted by your fans? Or niggas that's looking for you? Nah.
Yeah, that's actually crazy, man. Obviously the mom is in her robe. The dad, I think the dad here is just highly confused as to what the hell is going on. And guys, just don't do this. It's like reprehensible behavior. It's highly immoral, illegal, and you can actually go to prison for this. Just please don't swat people. That's weird. However, they say David made the changes on September 18th and September 22nd for the second property. And the 18th was the same day cops were called to one of his homes for a swatting incident. The caller, who was apparently using a device to mask their voice, falsely reported a shooting and a dead female victim. It looks like his parents and his
But can't they track the phone number and track it to where it was called at? Because if so, it don't matter if they use that shit. Go find them and take them to jail. That shit is illegal. And it's fucked up too. Like come on, bruh.
siblings are already living in one of the homes when cops showed up for the swatting call. His parents answered the door and told police David's younger brother and sister were upstairs. As reported, LAPD executed a search warrant at the LA rental home where David was living on September 17th. And here below there is some police body cam audio that we're going to play for you guys right now.
But it's just me and my daughter, the only females here. She's 8.
Yeah. Who was
Four
the
of us
person?
live in the house. My son?
Your son?
Yes.
Okay, he's upstairs?
Yes. My daughter is upstairs as well.
So in that audio we just heard, the mother, you could hear her. I believe this is when she was swatted and they pulled up to her house, but they kind of clarified the audio. She said both her daughter and her son was upstairs. The son being the younger brother of David. We've seen him plenty of times in the past videos I've made. And the daughter, I don't think you guys have seen her. You don't need to see her. She's like a 10-year-old, 11-year-old. But she did pop out on stage with David. So maybe I can't play the clip because he literally brought her out on stage, so it wouldn't be like too weird. So as you can see here, his sister right here, you know, obviously she's a little kid. You know, this guy got famous. He apparently, based off of what I heard, he got a $3 million advance as well after a particular song from a label he got signed with. And you know, when he's at particular venues or concerts that he's, you know, performing for, he brings out, sometimes he brings out his little sister or his brother along, even if they're not on stage. And you know, kudos to him for, you know, not leaving his family behind despite all his character flaws and him literally being a potentially pedophile murderer. This is all alleged, by the way. Obviously I can't make any definitive statements as he's not had his court case yet, so me saying anything definitively can possibly get me sued. So this is all alleged. This is all speculative. Of course, I'm not labeling him anything definitively. This is in a very opinionated video based on all the things we've seen previously. Please don't sue me. Somebody on Twitter said David probably in an underground bunker moving like Saddam Hussein because LAPD too busy licking each other's. It does rhyme with Ramuses. We got my guy Mini Clint here who said, imagine that David N-word was innocent this whole time. LOL. I don't know about that, Mini Clint. After all this overwhelming evidence, I would be shocked.
If he was, that would be fucking insane, though. All these videos, all these different deals, getting swatted, having people on your ass 24/7, whole time you had nothing to do with it. You had nothing to do with it. You didn't do anything about it. You didn't even know what went down. And now you gotta lay low so that niggas don't like actually try to harm you in person and shit like that because they think that you did something that you didn't. That would fucking suck. And the internet changes on you fast as hell too, without hesitation.
You gonna blame it on AI, Sora 2, Chat GPT? And by the way, in case you guys didn't hear the update, Celeste was laid to rest about 4 days ago. According to TMZ, Celeste Rivas' casket was carried in by loved ones, as you can see on screen right now. Her family members are here, you know, at some type of graveyard, and it appears to be kind of small, which is okay, but honestly, it is kind of weird how this guy literally has not been arrested, considering all the evidence we've seen so far. And if it were anybody else, right, I promise you, they would have been in custody by now, in jail at least, waiting for their trial to begin. So, genuinely speaking, when people bring up these conspiracy theories about Illuminati or, you know, David kissed the nanny goat or David has got connections or David this, David that, I completely understand. Because I've never seen this, a celebrity or anybody for that matter, literally having a body found in their car and not being in some type of holding facility at this point after all the overwhelming evidence. I promise you, if I were in this same exact situation, I would be cooked. I would have already been probably like 6 feet under the ground by some crazy maniac who wanted to take me out. But literally, either I would be dead or I would be in a holding facility, you know, just waiting for my trial to begin. So it's crazy. It really is. And for a little more details, they say Celeste Rivas' family and friends gathered Monday at Queen of Heaven Cemetery and Mortuary as they carried the slain 14-year-old's casket to her final resting spot. A hearse pulled up to the Roland Heights, California cemetery next to a large tent. The funeral service will finally give her family and friends a chance to say goodbye after a case that's rattled LA and left more questions than answers. And by the way, I just want to say, given the level of decomposition and how hot it was in that California heat, and apparently she may have been in that trunk for like at least 4 weeks, what the hell did her body look like? And did they have like an open casket, a closed casket? I can imagine it was closed.
That shit better have been closed. That shit had to be closed, cause my nigga, that was way too far. It was already cooked. Especially in California, yeah, the body is damn near, that shit is fried. And I know it was terrible. So, yeah, they had to have a closed one on that. That would not have been an easy sight to look at. Like, it's already hard looking at somebody that passed in your family's body, like, as they about to bury them. But that would have been even harder. Like, no.
because I'm not sure what would have been left of her body given the description of dismemberment. Her body was so decomposed that her limbs started to be pulled away from each other. I'm just saying this is disgusting the more I try to visualize this in my head, and I fully understand why people just don't understand why this guy isn't in jail by now. Ladies and gentlemen, though, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. This was just a
It's a W video by Maury, but I'm gonna leave his video in the description, but y'all let me know what y'all think. I think that he might be guilty, but until proven guilty, hey, you can't do nothing about it. But the fact that they had this nigga's parents swatted, that's fucking insane. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord in the description, and stop by the stream sometime. Without further ado, I'm out.